Hello everyone and welcome to the Practical English Brain. Today in this video I'll be explaining how to use passive voice with modal auxiliaries can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. Okay, let's start it with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So here the first thing I want to say it, I'll be giving you the general structures over here, and then I will just try my best to explain everything one by one. So affirmative and negative sentences first. Affirmative and negative sentences. Look, when you use modal auxiliaries in active form, your structure is that you bring subject at the beginning, then the modal auxiliary, whatever it is, should, could, would, whatever it is, and then main verb always in base form. Don't forget this. Main verb after modal auxiliary in active form must be used in base form. Okay, no suffixes, no ing, no d, ed, s, es, whatever. No, okay. And then the object. So Jamal is the subject of this sentence and our car is the object of this sentence. Jamal should fix our car. Okay, so the object of your sentence becomes the subject of a passive sentence and the subject of your active sentence becomes the object of preposition by Jamal over here. So this is the structure, again, in passive form. Okay, the subject, then modal auxiliary, but one more word is added and that is be. Look, don't forget this. And with all modal auxiliaries in passive form, you need to add the word be after modal auxiliary. Should be, could be, can be, must be, whatever that is. And change main verb to past participle third form. Here it is in base form, but here it is in past participle third form. And then bring the by phrase. By, after by, bring whatever the subject of your active sentence is. By Jamal, by him, by her, by them, okay, whatever that is. So Jamal should fix our car should be fixed by Jamal. Now look at this negative sentence. He cannot fix it. He cannot or he can't fix it. So subject and after modal auxiliary, not, cannot, should not or shouldn't, would not or wouldn't, could not or couldn't, okay? And then main verb again in base form and then object. So it, the word it is the object of this main verb and is the receiver of this action and he is the subject of this sentence, so is the doer of this action. He cannot fix it. So now you want to change it. The object of your active sentence becomes the subject of passive sentence. It comes at the beginning of your passive sentence. It cannot be fixed by him. So this is how you do it. Pretty easy, not difficult. You just need to pay attention. Okay, interrogatives or yes no questions. Okay, in active form, you bring the modal auxiliary word at the beginning, okay, and then subject, and then your main verb, and then object, and if there's anything else, that will be rest of the sentence. Could you answer my question? Could you answer my question? Okay, and now the object, my question, became the subject of a passive sentence. Could my question be answered by you? Don't forget, you need the word be in passive form right before main verb in third form. Okay, so could you answer my question? Could my question be answered by you? May I come in? So no change. Why? Because after the main verb come, here we have a preposition in. We do not have object. The word in cannot be object because object is the receiver of the action. It should be a noun or object pronoun. Okay, so this verb is intransitive, come, and therefore this sentence is not changeable from active to passive form. Negative interrogatives or negative interrogative sentences. So now look at this. Would you not support him? So if you want to use the complete form, so you bring the subject between modal auxiliary and not. Would you not? Could you not? Can you not? Will you not? Whatever, the modal auxiliary word is. Okay, would you not support him? So obviously him became the object of this main verb support. So the object becomes the subject of passive sentence. You bring the same modal auxiliary word at the beginning of your question in passive form. Would he not be supported by you? So this is how you change negative interrogatives in complete form. But the short form, which is very common spoken English, you bring would not, wouldn't, in short form before subject, at the beginning of your sentence. Wouldn't you support him? Wouldn't you support him? And in passive form, wouldn't he be supported by you? Pretty easy. Look, wouldn't you support him? Like, wouldn't, and then subject, and then the main verb, and then him object. But here, wouldn't he, I mean the object of your active sentence became the subject of he. But then you add the helping verb be, I mean be, and then you change main verb to past participle form, and then the subject of your active sentence becomes object of preposition by. So wouldn't he be supported by you? Information questions or WH questions. So at the beginning of your sentence, you bring the WH question word and then modal auxiliary word, whatever that is, must, could, may, might, whatever that is, and then subject he, like after modal auxiliary word, subject, and then main verb in base form, and then object, and then if you have anything else, that will be rest of the sentence. So how do you change it? Where must he learn English? Where must he learn English? Where must English be learned? By him. Pretty easy. See, you bring the same WH question word where. You bring the same modal auxiliary must. But here the differences start, okay? Like English was the object of your active sentence, it became the subject. And obviously there should be be. I mean the base form of, to be verbs, be itself. So be, and then learn, main verb is changed to past participle, third form, and by him, the subject of your active sentence became the object of preposition. So where must English be learned? By him. Now look at this example. Who will win the World Cup? Who will win the World Cup? Inshallah, Afghanistan will. We hope so. We hope so. Okay, so who will win the World Cup? And who, I mean, win, I mean, is main verb. It is a different color, and World Cup is the object of this main verb, but we don't have any subject like he, she, it, whatever. The word who here itself functions as a subject. Why? Because our question is about the door of this action. So who will win the World Cup? If you say Afghanistan will win the World Cup, so the question was about Afghanistan, and Afghanistan became the door of this action winning. So who will win the World Cup? Now the same word who comes over here, okay, and then the same modal auxiliary will, and the World Cup, the object of your active sentence became the subject over here. Okay, so here you can say it this way: who will the World Cup be won by? Now it is like kind of informal in spoken English. It's okay that you use the preposition at the end of your question. It's okay. But if you want to be formal, you can bring this preposition by at the beginning over here, and then you change who to whom. By whom will the World Cup be won? By whom will the World Cup be won? Sorry, I mean, instead of be, I mean, mistakenly I have written by. This is not by. I mean, the word that you see before won, I mean, is be. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. I might be in a hurry while making this presentation, but this is B. So who will the World Cup be won by, or by whom will the World Cup be won? So this is how you change WH questions from active to passive form with modal auxiliaries. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and have a great time for now. Bye bye.